different vibe this year with this team. All right, Brycey Boy's gone. The most overrated player in baseball is gone.
According to
the players, 62% voted him most overrated.
Doesn't he win that every year, though?
I think he does, yeah. Okay. I was asking Mike, I was like, why is he so underappreciated or hated? I don't even know if hated is the right word. But is it maybe just the moxie he's got? I don't even know. I mean, or do people truly dislike him around the league? It's just weird.
I think there's probably a little of that at play, that there's so much, he's in all the commercials, and we're watching postseason, he's on every commercial break, so there's some of that, and saying, well, what has he done to justify that? Well, he did win an MVP here, he put up great numbers here, and it was 7 great years to watch him here, so I don't understand it.
And he was right there for a second MVP,
I don't think he's overrated, and I don't think he's underrated. I think he was rated. Yeah. I mean, I think Anthony Rendon you put in the underrated category nationally, but I can't say that Harper was overrated because he did produce.
Yeah. All right. So, like I said, a different vibe this year. Now he's gone. You got some younger guys. Victor's going to start. What are your expectations, just on paper, with this team, with the additions they have?
Well, my expectations are that the team this year, right now, the team that starts on the field today, is much better than the team that finished last year in Colorado, and that's taking into account that you're subtracting 35 homers and 100 RBIs from your lineup. But I think Mike did a great job. They had a huge hole at catcher, and they filled that with not one guy but 2 guys. Look at second base last year. Daniel Murphy was a shell of Daniel Murphy. First of all, he didn't play for the first 2 months. Then when he came back, he couldn't move, and he didn't really have his legs to hit with power. And then he was traded. So they never really had Murphy last year.
And I like Wilmer, but he's not an everyday second baseman.
No, he's not. And you put Dozier in there, and he's a guy who has had 20 home runs for 5 straight years and can play a Gold Glove caliber second base. So you've really upgraded those positions. And how do you replace Harper's 100 RBIs? Well, you replace it with manufacturing runs, with Robles stealing hopefully between 20 and 30 bases, with Turner stealing bases, with Eaton being healthy. When we did the first game in spring training, and Eaton got on base his first at-bat and stole second, the first pitch of Trey Turner's at-bat, and we're saying, okay, he's ready to go. This is the Adam Eaton that was playing in 2017, the first month, when he tore up the league before he blew out his ACL here.
That's right.
Late
he had an
April.
amazing first month. I've forgotten about it.
And last year, Eaton was good, and he hit 300, but he wasn't the impactful player that he was. If you remember that first month of the season, they were putting double digits on routinely, almost every other night, and Eaton was a big part of that. So I think you're going to see more of that Eaton this year. So it may not be that you're going to say, well, Harper's 100 RBIs are replaced with home runs. You're going to score runs other ways.
Essentially, you have 3 consecutive leadoff hitters.
Right, with Robles batting ninth. You have to bat him ninth because, first of all, you don't want to throw him in there at the top of the lineup. He's not ready for that. And you can't hit him eighth, because if you hit him eighth, you're taking away his speed game, because if he gets on, the pitcher will bunt him over, or if he's on with 2 outs, you have to put the seatbelt on him because you don't want to get thrown out stealing to have the pitcher lead off. So normally I'm not a big fan of the pitcher hitting out of the number 9 spot, but here it makes all the sense in the world. Robles gets on base. He's very aggressive. Now Eaton's getting good pitches to hit. You get 2 of them on, and all of a sudden you've really got a rally going.
All right, this is entirely speculative. Give us Victor Robles' numbers.
You'd be happy with anyway. Really?
First of all, I'll be happy with, if he stays healthy.
Right.
And last year he wasn't healthy. So, if you give me 145 games played, I'm going to say he's going to hit you 270. He'll pop at least 15, if not 20 out of the ballpark, and then he'll steal 30.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's going to drive in at the bottom of the order, but by accident, this kid's going to hit 15 home runs, and he's going to get on base, and he's very aggressive. So, the key is, do you want to put that pressure on him offensively? Catch everything in center field.
Yeah.
Because they got a guy who's going to start the year on the injured list in Michael Taylor. If Taylor was healthy, I think maybe that would have cut into Robles' games played. We'll see. Victor struggles. When Taylor comes back, Michael will get more playing time. But Taylor's going to catch everything out there. Victor's got to catch everything out there. You've got Soto, you've got Eaton at the corners. If Robles can play a good center field, I'll take that.
How did Victor play defensively? Because I didn't see many games and didn't really track the numbers. How did he play defensively in the spring?
Well, it was a struggle at times, honestly, because the one thing he had an issue with was the sun. And they had to work with it.
Yeah, I heard you guys talk about they changed the sunglasses.
Well, yes, they changed the sun. They changed the way he caught. He was using his throwing hand to shield the sun.
Right.
Well, you want to shield with your glove. Your glove is bigger than your hand.
Right.
And so they were taking him out on a field at 11 in the morning, shooting balls from a pitching machine up into the sun to have him. Wow. it's a little thing or something you would know, but it was something he needed to be taught. And so he worked on it. He had probably 3 balls in the spring that he lost in the sun that fell in for doubles. So those, the pitcher looks like he gave up a double and an earned run, but it was a routine fly ball. We know at certain game times in this park, the sun can be a monster. So that's something to keep an eye on. But as far as range, going back side to side, he's got all the tools. He's got a terrific throwing arm. So that's one thing that we'll watch this year is just those little things.
Right.
Playing center field in a big league ballpark that he hasn't done
but
over a full
there was something
season.
about the sunglasses, right?
Oh, yeah. They look good. They weren't necessarily functionally
right.
blocking the sun effectively.
Right.
Let's put it that way.